did you start working in Switzerland?
I was working for Callebaut in Belgium, and yeah, my wife and myself, we spent a lot of time abroad in the last 10 years, and we just made a big trip through Asia and Australia, and then I started working at Callebaut, and then my wife was struggling in Belgium. She wanted to move abroad again, and then I think after a year and a half in Callebaut, I started exploring the options that were present at Callebaut to go abroad. My wife wanted to go to an exotic place like Spain, Italy, or Greece, but you know the options to go to a beach destination were not really there. So the most concrete, interesting move that I saw was the one to Switzerland, and I applied for that one. And then yeah, then we moved here, and then my wife joined me.
And from the moment you decided you wanted to work abroad, how much time did it take to actually work there, or to work in Switzerland?
So how long did it take me from the moment I started looking for a job abroad until I signed the contract? 4 months.
Okay.
Something like that. I reached out. Well, networking is very important. You'll notice that later. It's important to have a big network in the company, but also outside the company. And I heard from some people that there might be an opening in Switzerland. I reached out to the manager of the team in which there was an opening, and yeah, he told me, well, there is nothing at the moment, but I will let you know when something moves. And then that took another, I think, 2 months, 2.5 months, and then in the end, the actual application took a month and a half, because it's not simple. It's there's a relocation to another company. It's the same company, but you need to well, you need to terminate your contract in Belgium and start a new one in Switzerland, even if it's the same company. And you need to relocate, find a new place to live, a new residence permit. So it's a complex process, and that's why usually it takes a bit more time until everything is final.
Okay. How do you get the Swiss nationality, and do you have it?
I don't have it. I think there's a few ways to get the Swiss nationality, two of which are not relevant for me. None of my parents are Swiss, and I'm not married to a Swiss person. So these are the two first options. And then the third option is by by requesting it after living here for 10 years. So you need to live here for 10 years. You need to be able to prove that, show a few documents that you're not a criminal, etc. And then there is a few tests that you need to do on Swiss culture, on languages, and on I think general topics. So it's not that easy. It is not impossible, but it's not that easy as a foreigner to get it. And I heard that it even depends on your place of living. If you live in certain little towns close to the border with Germany, there is even a vote in the regional council. That means you apply for Swiss nationality, and then there is a vote of the people living in your neighborhood to accept you as a Swiss citizen, yes or no. That's
Okay.
That's pretty funny.
What do you like about Switzerland?
Less traffic. I'm always comparing to Belgium, so maybe I should not do that. I should talk about what I like in Switzerland, and that is nature. It's there's very diverse nature here. You can go into the mountains, You can go around the lakes. There is some hilly areas, some mountain areas. There's also some flat areas with some like wine regions, etc. Nature is very close. If you want to go for a hike, you don't need to spend hours in the car, and there's lots of options. If you want to do sports, be it in winter or in summer, there's also way more options here than other places in Europe or in the world. You take a 20-minute train ride and you can go skiing. It's well, this is a big advantage. There's always something to do in the weekends. You don't need to think about, are we going, or where are we going, what are we going to do. There's a lot of stuff going on because you have the option to be really active here, and you can really count on yeah, the government in general, but more specifically on the public transport and how things are organized here. It's all, if there's an announcement that something is going to happen, then it's going to happen. There's not going to be any delays or cancellations. Everything is going as it should be, and I like that very much.
Yeah, that's perfect. And do you mainly use the public transportation?
Yeah, we don't have a car here. Actually, most of my colleagues, they don't have a car because most of us, we live in Zurich, and the headquarters are located in Zurich. So it's not really worth the it's not really worth the investment. If you don't need a car to go to work and you only need it in the weekends, it's not really worth it. As I said, you can count on the public transport. There is very frequent connections. If you happen to miss a bus or a train, there will be another one in 5 or 10 minutes always. That's that's a good thing, really. We've lived here for 4 years and we never really missed a car here.
Okay, I didn't know that the public transportation was so good in Switzerland.
Yeah, it's a bit of a dream, actually. The taxes are so low, and they manage to have very new trains and buses anyway, and very frequent connections. So that's really nice.
Okay,